Haley. Today I wanted to share a few recent purchases, starting with foundation. Foundation has been a quest of mine in the last couple of weeks, and I found two things that I think I'm really going to enjoy for the summer. I was specifically looking for lightweight, fresh feeling foundations because I had some medium to fuller coverage foundations that worked great when it was cooler. But now that it's June, now that it's going to be humid for the next few months, I wanted something that will wear well for the summer. The first purchase is from Laura Mercier. It's the Mineral Foundation, and I love it so far. I think that it gives such a natural looking coverage. It stayed fresh all day. I've worn it 7 or 8 times now, and I really, really like it. It is, of course, a loose foundation, and you apply it with a brush. I bought it at Sephora, and the woman who was working with me said her favorite way to apply it was the Bare Minerals Full Flawless Face Brush, and I went ahead and got it because I didn't really have anything that I thought would work with it. I thought she was going to recommend the Sephora 55 brush that I've seen so many people use with this, but I took her recommendation because when she applied it, it looked flawless, and I was so thrilled. So far I'm really, really liking this. I've been applying it with the brush, but instead of grinding it into my skin or really buffing it into my skin the way I would have maybe in the past with a mineral foundation, I have been taking it, swirling it in the cap, and then applying it with longer, kind of more even strokes. And I find that the coverage when I apply it that way is great. I have used it with a primer and without, and I'm thinking about investing in the Laura Mercier Mineral Primer because that's what she applied to my face at Sephora, and it was just lovely. The one other recommendation that I might make is a BB cream, because I tried the Boschia BB cream, which I had a sample of, a pretty decent sized sample from Sephora, and that layered on top or layered underneath was so lovely with it. The combination was something about it just really set well, and it really gave my skin a good texture for applying foundation on top. Sugars. Kind of can't resist getting into the shot. Anyway, I would go for that. The Boschia isn't the best color match for me. It's a little bit too yellow, so I'm going to look around for another one that might work, or like I said, I'll check out the Laura Mercier Mineral Primer as something to put on top, because I think especially when it gets warmer, it might be nice to have something that'll help it last and stick. The other foundation that I picked up for the summer is by Stila, and it's the Sheer Color Tinted Moisturizer. I got it in the color Light. It's what I'm wearing today, and I'm really happy with this too. It is sheer, but it gives you good coverage, and it really evens out your skin tone. Plus, I think it lasts really well. I mean, I've worn it 2 days. This is the 3rd day in a row wearing it. The first 2 days I wore it without a primer, and by the time I got home from work, I was really happy with what I saw. It wasn't patchy, it hadn't faded, it hadn't settled into pores. It was still there, and I felt like my skin still looked really nice. Maybe a bit shiny, because I do find that it has a decent amount of moisture to it. But I think it's nothing that you can't correct with a little bit of powder at the end of the day, or maybe like throughout the day if you find that you need it. So I think, was I going to mention anything else about that? I guess that's it. But along the Stila lines, I picked up one other thing from Stila when I was shopping for the foundation, and I bought that at Ulta. And I bought at the same time this convertible color. And it's called convertible, of course, because you can wear it on your lips or your cheeks. I bought the color Lilium, and I actually swatched it on my hand. It's right here on the left. It looks like a bit of a bubblegummy corally pink, and it is so pretty on both the cheeks and the lips. I had actually swatched it on my lips first, and I loved it so much. I just fell in love with it. It's very 60s looking. It's pretty opaque. And on the cheeks, it's just as pretty. I've been wearing it the last 2 days as well with this Stila, and I think the combination is really nice for a fresh complexion. I find that a lot of times if I get a compliment on my skin, I am using a cheek or a gel cheek color with it. And I think that there's just something about the creams and gels that just look so natural, and people really focus on your skin and your complexion that's glowing. They don't even know or think makeup. So I really like this. Oh, I should show it to you. This is it. And it's really easy to apply. I just use my fingers whenever I'm using it for either the cheeks or the lips. Now, one thing I'll say is when you use it for the lips, I would apply balm first because it's a little bit drying, I think. And I actually bought a balm that I'm going to show you because I love it so much. It's by Revlon. It's the Moondrops Lip Conditioner SPF 6. Moondrops is their line that's very kind of granny chic, I think. It's in this green tubes. A lot of the colors are corals and kind of candy apple reds. A lot of them have frost to them. This balm is very good because it's quite matte when applied to the lips. It's not going to slick up your lips so much that you can't apply lipstick or lip gloss on top. And I think that it's good for applying when you're doing your face makeup. Put this on first. By the time you get to your lips and you want to draw on something with a pencil or add a lipstick on top, your lips are well prepped, but they're not so shiny that something's going to just slide right off. Oh, I should warn you, I mentioned granny because it does have a little bit of a medicinal smell to it. It almost smells like maybe ointment or something, if that makes sense. It's not something that offends me too much that I can't use it, but some people are a lot more sensitive to that than I am. So just a heads up if you are bothered by that sort of thing. So again, that's the Lip Conditioner SPF 6, the Revlon Moondrops. And moving on, I have another Revlon product. Can you guys see Sugar? She's being very naughty. This is a matte lip color from Revlon, and it's called Pink Pout. Sorry. And it's very pretty. It's a suede-y, textured, pink, ladylike lipstick. And it is right there on my hand, right in the middle. And I really like it. It's cool toned, it's pretty. I haven't worn it too much yet. I mean, I've played around with it, but I haven't worn it all day, so I can't really attest to how it stays. But so far, I'm impressed with the creaminess, and I'm impressed with the color payoff. I paired it next to the next thing that I want to show you, which is MAC Snob. And this is the lip gloss version of MAC Snob, and I am so excited to have this. Because MAC Snob right here is one of my favorite lipsticks of all time, and this is my well-loved tube that I've had for a while. Mine, I think, has gotten a bit dry because the top is cracked and doesn't really hold airtight, but I put it next to the Pink Pout so you can compare the two. The MAC Snob is definitely a little bit shinier, not shiny, but shinier, just because it's not a matte, it's a satin, and it's a bit more cool tone, but I think that the colors are close enough that if you did not already, I don't think you need both, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The lip glass, on the other hand, is a different story. It is, of course, the same color. I mean, it's very, very, very close. And it's just shiny and creamy and really, really nice. And I love MAC lip gloss when, I just love it. The color's opaque, it's not sparkly, and it's pretty, and it's glossy, and it stays that way for a long time. So that's that. Oh, and just a note about this. So MAC basically went into their collections, pulled some of their best-selling lipsticks, and decided to launch them as lip glosses and nail polish. And I think that they were all limited edition. But I was really excited to see the Snob among them because it is one of my favorites. So I am wearing something today on my lips that I'll show you next, and that's another Revlon product. It is the Just Fitten Kissable Lip Balm Stain that everyone's been talking about, and I totally got suckered in when I saw it at Target. I was being so impatient, and there weren't a whole lot of colors out. I guess they've been sold out, but I picked up Smitten, and I like it. It's a little bit maybe more bold than I think I was looking for, but I think it's pretty. I think it's nice for something in the summer with maybe the Stila on your cheeks and a little bit of mascara and just this. I think it's nice. I'm wearing it right now, as I said, and I wore it last night, and what I noticed is that it doesn't seem to hold really, really well, especially like it seemed to start fading in the center of my lips and working its way outward. This morning I still had a little bit of color on my lips. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I even scrubbed them with some lip scrub, and I felt like they still had a little bit of this kind of fuchsia pink. But, oh, I should swatch that for you too. This is what it looks like. It looks quite sheer on my hand, and I did apply maybe 3 coats of this to my lip. It layers well, though. You can get away, you know, some stains I feel like one layer, and if you put more, it bubbles up or just doesn't look great. This I think you can draw on multiple times, so I guess it's good for touching up during the day. That is that. And the last thing I wanted to show you is nail polish, and it's kind of a break on something that I would go for, but I was drawn by, well, the color is lovely. It's a seafoam green, you know, one of the colors everywhere right now, but the name really got me, and that's because it's called Fairy Princess, which is the Halloween costume that I constantly went for when I was a little girl. It was always Fairy Princess, and it was some sort of bubblegummy, frothy combination of, you know, pink leotard, blue tutu, something like that. This color is really pretty and reminds me of just that nostalgia. And it has a little bit of an iridescence to it. I don't know if you can pick up on the periwinkle and the lilac colors that kind of come out depending on the way that you're holding it and moving it. On the nails, I think it worked really well. I would say this is a 3-coater though, because until I put on that 3rd coat, it was a bit streaky. It lasted okay. I can't remember what I was doing that week or if it was a particularly busy week when I put this on, but I think I did my nails. I found some chips after maybe four days. So it's worth checking out if you like the color. It's fun. It's kind of a little, reminds me of the sea, which will be nice, I think, for the summer. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. I hope you'll let me know what you've been trying recently and if there's anything out there that you really, really like, and I'd love to check it out. And from me and Sugar, have a great rest of the day, and thanks for watching. Bye.